Hi guys, I haven't read your stories in a very long time, and I was thinking you might enjoy this one. This was an old book that belonged to Pop, and then I think we used to read all the time, and it's called I Can Read, but I'm going to do it a little bit different today. I'm going to actually have Kim on the book that I read it. See you in a minute. The title of this book is called Who's a Pest? An I Can Read book by Crosby, Newell, Onsaw. Who's a pest? Who's a pest? They like it hat. Which wants to create with love. Lolly, Molly, Polly, and Dolly all looked at Homer. Home with their brother. I did do it, said Homer. Yes, you did, they said. Yes, you did, and you're a pest. Then Lolly and Molly and Polly and Dolly all turned their backs. Beans, said Homer.
I'm not a pest, but Lolly, Molly, Polly, and Dolly walked away.
Down by the woodpile, Homer said again, I'm not a pest. I never said you were, said a lizard. I never said you said I was, said Homer. I never said you said I said you were, said the lizard. I never said you said I was, said Homer. Said what? Asked the lizard. Said I was a pest, said Homer. Who? Asked the lizard. You, said Homer. Me? Said the lizard. I'm no pest. I never said you were, said Homer. I never said you said I was, said the lizard. Beans, said Homer. You started it, said the lizard. You are a pest. And the lizard slipped away. Beans, said Homer. I'm not a pest. He ran all the way down a hill and met a chipmunk. What time is it? Asked the chipmunk. 10 to 2, said Homer. 10 to who? Asked the chipmunk. Not who, what? Said Homer. 10 to what? Asked the chipmunk. Yes, said Homer. Yes, cried the chipmunk. What kind of time is that? It isn't the time, Homer said. But I asked for the time, said the chipmunk. I told you, said Homer. What? Asked the chipmunk. The time, said Homer. What time? Asked the chipmunk. The time it was then, said Homer. What was then? Asked the chipmunk. That was when you asked me, said Homer. When did I ask you? Asked the chipmunk. At 10 to 2, said Homer. But that was then, said the chipmunk. What time is it now? 2 to 2, said Homer. Don't toot at me, said the chipmunk. You're a pest. And the chipmunk ran away. Beans, said Homer. I'm not a pest. No one ever thinks he's a pest, said a rabbit. You can't tell about yourself. I can tell about myself, said Homer. They can't tell about myself. About me? Said the rabbit. You? Asked Homer. They can't tell about me, said the rabbit. You too? Asked Homer. No, you, said the rabbit. They can't tell about you. That's what I said Homer. Now what shall I do? I'm glad you asked me, said the rabbit. I'm not a pest, so I shall be able to tell you how not to be a pest. Okay, said Homer. I hope the pages are a little stuck. Stay out of the garden, said the rabbit. But I don't go into the garden, Homer said. Well, stay out of them anyway, said the rabbit. But if I'm not in, how can I stay out? Homer asked. It's easy, said the rabbit. You can stay out by not going in. But I am out, Homer said. You're lucky, said the rabbit. You got out in time. But I was never in, said Homer. Oh, hush, said the rabbit. The others were right. You are a pest. And the rabbit hopped away. Beans, said Homer. I'm not a pest. Homer sat down. Soon he heard a sound. Help, it said. Help, help, help. Homer looked around. Help who, he asked. Help me, said the sound. Who's me? Homer asked. Me is me. I don't know. Who are you? Who you are, said the sound. I'm Homer, said Homer. Please help me, Homer, said the sound. Where are you? Cried Homer. Here, said the sound. Where's here? Asked Homer. Here is here, said the sound. Oh my, cried Homer. I'll never find you. I don't know where here is. Then find someone who does, cried the sound. Just then the rabbit came along. You must help me, Homer cried. Oh, it's you, said the rabbit. What a pest. Me is lost, Homer cried. You don't look lost to me, said the rabbit. I'm not lost, Homer said. Me is. Who is me? Asked the rabbit. You are the rabbit, Homer said. I know that, snapped the rabbit. Who is the me you're talking about? He says he is me, Homer said. Well, if he says he is you, said the rabbit, we must find you, and here you are. I think Homer's getting frustrated. He's pulling at his hat. The chipmunk ran by and stopped. Please help us, Homer said. Oh, it's you, said the chipmunk. What a pest. He wants us to find me, said the rabbit. Find you, said the chipmunk. You are here. No, no, cried the rabbit. Me is here. That's what I said, cried the chipmunk. What did you say? Asked the lizard. He slipped from behind the tree. He said he was here, Homer said. Oh, it's you, said the lizard. What a pest. Who's here? He asked. Me, said the rabbit. Help, said the sound. What is that? Cried the rabbit and the chipmunk and the lizard. That is me, said Homer. You, they cried. No, me, cried the sound. I'm here. Lolly and Molly and Polly and Dolly skipped by. They saw Homer. Oh, it's you, they said. What a pest. But Homer didn't hear. He and the rabbit and the chipmunk and the lizard were looking all over. What are you looking for? Asked Lolly, Molly, Polly, and Dolly. Not what, who, Homer said. Not who, whom, said the rabbit. Whom what? Asked the girls. Whom are you looking for? Said the chipmunk. We're not looking for anyone, said Lolly, Molly, Polly, and Dolly. Well, start looking for me, said the sound. Lolly took a step back. Crash. Lolly wasn't there anymore. Molly went to look. Crash. Molly wasn't there anymore. Polly ran over. Crash. Polly wasn't there anymore. Dolly ran after Polly. Crash. Dolly wasn't there anymore. This is silly, said the rabbit. He hopped over. Crash. The rabbit wasn't there anymore. The chipmunk went after him. Crash. The chipmunk wasn't there anymore. Well, said the lizard, it's my turn now. Crash. The lizard wasn't there anymore. Help, cried the sound. Help, 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 cried Lolly, Molly, Polly, and Dolly. Help, cried the rabbit and the chipmunk and the lizard. I think I'll go home, said Homer. But if he went home without his sisters, his mother would say, well, Homer.
Where are your sisters? Where are Lolly and Molly and Polly and Dolly? And Homer would say, in a hole. And think
of all the little lizards waiting for their father, and their father was in a hole. And think of the chipmunk and all the little chipmunks waiting for their father, and their father was in a hole. And think of all the rabbits and all the little rabbits waiting for their father, and their father was in a hole. And think of the sound, whatever it was, and all the little whatevers waiting for their father, and their father was in a hole. So Homer got them all out. How easy is pie? This is what he told them. Lizard, sit on the chipmunk. Chipmunk, sit on the rabbit. Rabbit, sit on Lolly. Lolly, sit on Molly. Molly, sit on Polly. Polly, sit on Dolly. Dolly, sit on whatever it is that's making the sound. And then Homer pulled the lizard, who pulled the chipmunk, who pulled the rabbit, who pulled Lolly, and Molly, and Polly, and Dolly, who pulled and pulled whatever it was. What was it? It was a bear. I'm a pest, he said. No, 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 said Lolly and Molly and Polly and Dolly. No, said the lizard and the chipmunk. No, indeed, said the rabbit. There's the pest, and he looked at Homer. Not at all, said the bear. He got me out. He did not, I did, snapped the rabbit. You did not, I did, cried the chipmunk. You are both wrong. I did, said the lizard. No, we did, cried Lolly and Molly and
Dolly.
See how, said the bear. You were all in the hole with me. Oh, said the rabbit. Said the chipmunk. Said the lizard. Lolly looked at the sky. Molly looked at her toes. Polly looked at her nails, and Dolly rubbed her nose. Now, said the bear, I fell in the hole. I made a lot of fuss, so that makes me a pest. You each fell in the hole. You each made a lot of fuss, so that makes each of you a pest. The bear looked at Homer. There is just one who is not a pest. Who is that? Asked Homer. What do you think the bear's going to say?
Well, if you don't know, snapped the rabbit, we won't tell you, cried the chipmunk. Right, said the lizard. What?
Beans, said Homer. Look at his hat on his face. He just covered himself with his hat. I'm not a pest. Right, 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 sang Lolly, Molly, Polly, and Dolly. That's what I said the lizard. Said what? Asked the rabbit. Said who? Asked the chipmunk. I didn't say anything, said the bear. We didn't say you did, said Lolly and Molly and Polly and Dolly. I didn't say you said I did, said the lizard. Yes, you did, said the rabbit. You keep out of this, snapped the chipmunk. You're a pest. Homer and the bear walked away. You see how it is, said the bear. I see how it is, said Homer. He looked back. Hey, he yelled, you're all pests. Then Homer and the bear ran off over the hill. The end.